I just had the wildest deliverance session. I know I say that about every deliverance session, but this one, man, this was crazy, y'all. So this was with a man, and I knew he was dealing with Egyptian stuff, so I just cut right to the chase and called out which Egyptian deities were there, or whatever you want to call them. Human spirits. Yeah, I deal with all kind of spirits, but the human spirits show up when you have warlocks in your ancestry. So this man had Rameses and King Tut. King Tut by ancestry, Rameses by slave contract. Rameses was one of the largest slave owners in the world. And he had Rameses 1, 2, and 3. I'm sure if he did a DNA test, Rameses would show up in his DNA test. Because it did for another man that I called out Rameses on. So this Rameses, he said that, well, he had like 22. Rameses was not only a spirit spouse. Rameses wasn't only a slave owner. He was a spirit spouse. And he had powers. He had sexual powers. I said, Rameses, what do you require as a sacrifice? He said, the pineal gland. And I was like, huh? How did you get this pineal gland? Like, it's located in the brain. So, how did you get it? Yeah, I asked that question. How did he get it? So, he said that they would take a young virgin. Okay, y'all. A young virgin. And they would lay her down on the table. He actually said they would take her life in a beautiful way. Really? They would lay her on the table with no clothes on. And they would take a stone-like axe and split her head down the middle. And lay her brain out, for them to see. And then they would cut down the middle and make an incision right there at her, at that location. And so they would take out the brains, and they would take out the female organs, put it in a pot, cook it, and eat it. And it gave them powers. Pineal powers and sexual powers. Oh, that would also drink her blood. This is Egyptian stuff. I know. Why do black people claim that they're Hebrew Israelite when you straight out of Egypt? This man's... Anyway. So... This man told me when he was younger, he could look at a woman and he knew he could get her. Like, as soon as he made eye contact with her, boom, she was his. And he knew that she would drop her drawers for him. In fact, he had a woman who said recently, why is that when I'm with you, I just want to get naked? Okay. So, he said a lot of his powers went away when he became a Christian. He was like, wait a minute, where are my powers? He recalled saying that. He didn't really realize that they were actual powers. Witchcraft powers. The same witchcraft worked against him in other ways. I mean, it's taking you straight to hell either way. But for all y'all who think that's cool, you're going to hell. Anyway, he didn't want to go to hell. That's what the whole session's about. He didn't want to go. We're trying to get this stuff out so he can live a normal life without exercising some satanic powers to get a woman. Yeah, so I'm going to get into more of whatever those powers were in another video. But it definitely brought in the power to make a woman drop her drawers.